Ah, there she is. A little bit sneaky, but I found you. Hi everybody, Beanmeister22 here, and we're going to check in with one of our Black Widow spiders. When we started, this thing was teeny tiny. That's why it's in a container like this. But she's been growing. They grow pretty fast. Probably had her in here for maybe 3 weeks, almost a month. And hey, what a difference a month makes. And yes, Black Widow spiders are sneaky. They are creepy. So why do I have them? Well, if you remember years ago, I ended up with a strange infestation of Black Widow spiders. Black Widow spiders do not live naturally in my area. While they do live on the eastern side of the state, where it is drier, hotter in the summer, colder in the winter, but drier. Here in the western part of the state, it's not as hot, it's not as cold, but it's much more damp, and that's weird because down south, you can find these guys not just in the desert, but you can find them in very humid locations. Here on the West Coast, in the Pacific Northwest, that ain't how it works. With that said, I had purchased a large toy collection from Southern California. Inside the boxes, I found some molts. I actually thought they were dead spiders, and it wasn't too much longer after that I started finding Black Widow spiders in my house. It's okay, we're safe now. That's the house that burned down. So all you people who said kill them with fire, I guess it worked. But now I still have some Black Widows. Some I've picked up along the way. Some I've been growing for generations. Not generations of people, but generations of spiders. Because if this thing has bred, it will lay egg sacs its entire life. And we have seen sometimes once a week, sometimes once every couple weeks. And the most we've seen is 3 egg sacs in 2 weeks. Here's how it works. They are egg sac producing machines if they've bred. If you feed them, they'll lay an egg sac. If they've not bred, you'll feed them, they'll puff up really big like they're gonna lay an egg sac, and they won't, because they can't. So, back to this Black Widow spider today. We are going to decide where we are going to house her. Except for those tiny spider cubes we were using last year, there really isn't a spider-proof place to house them if they have bred and lay egg sacs. So how do you address this? Well, as soon as you see an egg sac, you got a couple weeks to get that egg sac out of there. The closer that egg sac comes to hatching, the darker it'll be. And we've opened them up before, and it was a nightmare of crawling spiders everywhere, yeah. So you got to be careful. The other Black Widow spider that we currently have laid an egg sac a few weeks ago, and I plucked that egg sac out. I filmed it. I don't know if I've posted it yet. Maybe I won't post it. Maybe I will. We've already seen those videos before. Nothing big. But I just checked today during spider feeding time, and she has another egg sac. Yeah. So currently at this feeding rate, my larger Black Widow spider is cranking out about 2 egg sacs a month. Did I remove that new egg sac? No, not yet. I got a couple weeks. Well, probably at least 1 week. And remember, we've had a mishatching. Yeah, you got to be careful and you got to keep an eye on them and you cannot ignore them. It's said that Black Widow spiders have a venom 7 times stronger than a rattlesnake. But that's kind of a little misleading because a rattlesnake will inject a whole lot of venom in you, and the Black Widow spider will only inject a little bit of venom. So you're much safer getting bit by a Black Widow spider. No, I'm not endorsing getting bit by a Black Widow spider. I'm just saying I'd rather be bit by a Black Widow than a rattlesnake. Alright, so what do you think? Do you know anything about Black Widows? Do they live where you live? Are they creepy? Well, yes, they are, but they are also amazing. Leave your comments in the comment section. As always, thanks for watching.
Beanmeister22, the most dangerous man on YouTube.